The Book of Golf Genesis, Chapter 1, verses 1 through 31, and Chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. In the beginning, the great architect created a golf course like no other. The course was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the spirit of the great architect moved upon the face of the waters. These waters would take many a golf ball. And the great architect said, "Let there be light." And there was light, because how could one play the game without light? This pure white light breaks down into a multitude of colors that can be used for different golf balls. And the great architect saw the light, that it was good. And the great architect divided the light from the darkness, darkness being the opposite of the light. And the great architect called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Golf would be played during the day, with exception of the lighted golf course, of course, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And the great architect said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And the great architect made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And the great architect called the firmament heaven and sky. This will provide an area where the golf ball can fly, and from which the golfers can breathe in oxygen to live. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And the great architect said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And the great architect called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he a large water hazard. And the great architect saw that it was good. And the great architect said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the tall pine tree and the spruce, and deciduous trees, those that will serve as obstacles for the golf ball." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and the various trees, and the great architect saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And the great architect said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs when tee times may begin, and for golfing seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the golfer." And it was so. And the great architect made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, to give light to the grass and trees on the golf course, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And the great architect said, "Let the earth bring forth abundantly the golf green, and the sand trap that hath roll. Let the earth bring forth the great fairways, and the dimpled golf ball that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And the great architect created golf carts and pull carts that moveth, which the land brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every golf ball variety after its kind. And the great architect saw that it was good. And the great architect blessed the balls, saying, "Be fruitful, fly high and straight, avoid the water hazards. And let balls be further produced and multiplied for the many golfers." And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And the great architect made golf clubs after their kind, and golf bags after their kind, and every other golf accessory and clothing after its kind. And the great architect saw that it was good. And the great architect said, "Let us make the golfer in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the golf course, So the great architect created the golfer in his own image. In the image of the great architect created he him. Male and female created he them. And the great architect blessed them. And the great architect said unto them, Be fruitful, lower your handicap, and improve your game, and have dominion over the golf course. Dress it, and keep it. And the great architect said, Behold, I have given you every golf club required. The driver, woods, hybrids, the 2 iron through 9 iron, and various wedges, which are upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit, drink, and hot dog. To you it shall be for meat and physical nourishment. And it was so. And the great architect saw everything that he had made, and, behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Thus the heavens and the golf courses were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day the great architect ended his work which he had made, and he rested. And the great architect blessed the 7th day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which the great architect created and made. The end.